but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not day off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary.
Share the broadcast. Invite your friends and then not your so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun ti dé.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I want to deliver this conversation tonight relaxed. Because as we are counting days, or let's say counting hours, and hours turning to days are turning to weeks, then it's like when you give a deadline of a date, eventually it's going to be tomorrow. Ojú ẹ̀sìn wọn ti ṣú ó fẹ́ rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ á explain fún wọn. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ á máa bá wọn sọ. A fẹ́ sọ díẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí. So, ẹ share broadcast yìí.
Mayegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Ayé ìṣúra jù. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí fa. Mayegun máa wí. Ayé ìṣúra jù. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Mayegun máa wí. Ayé ìṣúra jù. Mayegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Ayé ìṣúra jù. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. The Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all-risers. They always ask one question. Ogbeni, what is your problem with Thiefnubu? Leave him alone. Go and do this. I don't have any problem with Thiefnubu. No. No problem at all. But because some of you don't know that your support for crooks, criminals that you call politicians is the only reason why rogues that should be in jail are parading themselves after destroying every fabric of your country, economy, security, and all of that. They are bold enough to still fly and walk about, demanding to be your president. I wouldn't have bothered if these rogues and their actions haven't led to more poverty, which has led to more crime, and the economic strangulation, which I am also affected. Except for those who don't want to be honest and straightforward at all. Nigeria happened to you, and will continue to happen to you because of these crumb eaters, crumb chasers, humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, the mumumadus, the belle lecturers, the mumu lecturers, the Buharidins and the Buharididanis, the Buharidinotus, the Buharidijatus, the Buharishikus, the Ungoziaris, the Unnekaharis. And some said that the Abdullahi Yaris, I don't know about that. But the cyberbarians, when they choose these criminals and protect and shield them or continue to validate the stealing that they call election, the consequences of that is not limited to those who are praising them. The consequences of their actions are not limited to those who are voting for them or rigging for them. That is my problem. Do you understand? Yes. So I'll give you an example. It was the likes of Thiefnubu and gang who sold the bobo, the 419 chain that they called change to you. And as a Yoruba man, I was alive and I wasn't so dumb like those who actually bought the lies at the time. We screamed, we said, if somebody wants to offer you something better, can you at least check them out what they have done before? But they put all the propaganda together, eventually, right? Millions of Yorubas today, Westerners, are living in abject poverty caused by the delusion, the ignorance, and the greed and selfishness of some of you obedient fools, sophisticated morons. So when you brought them to power, see what they did to Nigeria. More divided. Abi? That is the reason. That is my own problem. Where human rights is no longer human anymore. Rather, you've got cow rights. Now, my own fundamental human right of expression, association, is being threatened because the likes of Thiefnubu brought back a dead tyrant called repentant terrorist himself, repentant dictator, only for them to introduce repentant terrorists into Nigeria. Lexicon. I don't even know what that means, but I've heard it somewhere before. This is something lexicon. Something now that is so in vogue. Everybody's now using that. Repentant terrorist. Operation Safe Corridor. It was the likes of Thiefnubu who brought that. In fact, to show their further failure and deceit, they can no longer hold it together. The lies that they sold to the Yoruba people was cooked. In fact, hang on. The lies they sold to the entire Nigeria for Bokwari was cooked by no other person than Fayemi Ekiti. it was Fayemi Ekiti that put together all those lies. 2 meals a day for your children, 3 million jobs every year, 1 refinery per year, end Boko Haram in 6 months, free education from primary school to university level. All of you who are graduates and still looking for job, they will be paying you job seeker allowance. All these promises were written and published and promoted by no other people than no other person than Fayemi Ekiti. Now that Fayemi want to be president now, repeating the same, picking from what he put together as APC manifesto after their failure. So that is my problem. What is your problem with APC? What is your problem with PDP? What is your problem, Gonsef Mayegun, with Thiefnubu? Personally, no problem. But generally, a bigger problem. Because without you, obedient fools, sophisticated demorons, these guys are nobody. And you are about to find out. Yeah, you're about to find out. So Thiefnubu, yesterday, they summoned the emergency meeting of the APC, Egbekegbe's Southwest aspirants. Because it be like say it don't pass water, don't pass Gary now. No be so them plan them, no be as them plan them, they see them now. It don't red. So they called the emergency meeting yesterday because they felt like Yemi. It's not like a Yemi. Fake Pastor Ruga is the only person who was going to pull a stunt on the camp of Thiefnubu. Amosun is coming. Fayemi is coming. And they've also given us a few other names too. And just in a single day, today alone, Fayemi Ekiti declared that he wants to be president. Akpabio, the thief from Akwa Ibom, the man that stole 108 billion naira. And when he was about to be arrested and then captured by this same Bokwari EFCC, he quickly decamped to APC, Egbekegbe. He became a minister under Bokwari. Now, from the blues, he wants to be president too. Omo, you need to see the crowd, though. We will touch that one today as well. As if Thiefnubu can't wait till Friday, where for the meeting called by Bisia Konde and Oshoba. He quickly flew to Abuja to go and see Bokwari for the last time. Say, Bokwari, how far? Will I say this thing don't they change you from what we agreed to before? Maybe you can use this whatever and just tell some of them to just calm down, because this whole thing it don't become joke. In their own electoral act, they said, if you want to run for any office, you have to resign before you run for office. It also said that if you are serving as a member of APC in government, you have to resign 1 month before the Congress. That's the one Malamu took a court judgment to stop in order to pave way for all this drama you are seeing now. Everybody want to be president. And Thiefnubu himself knows that all more. But he came out, he told people, he said, the more the merrier. Pretty much like sounded easy, right? Let me take you through a memory lane of how much damages these guys have done. And that they haven't killed you now or killed somebody close to you or somebody you know. Doesn't mean that you are safe. See, in the last 15 years in Nigeria, the level of violence, peace, and all of that, right? They said that from 1997 to 2011, yeah, the map shows where was pretty much a little bit, volatile.
back then, and they picked these regions. Now, from 2011 to 2015, that shifted up north. That was when the activation of the terrorism you are witnessing today, right? Then from that time, 2015 to 2019, see how the greeny area, the peaceful area, constantly are now, disappearing and disappearing. This was before 2019. Today, this is the picture of Nigeria. And you can also tell the number of people who are being killed in those areas. Now, this is today's image of security, volatility, and everything about Nigeria, where these criminals, politicians are jumping up and down on who wants to be president. I heard that Oshiomhole also wants to be president as well, right? So Amosun is coming out. His own is to come out as, as Obi Biafra, Abi Amosun Biafra. And they said that in Biafra land, Amosun, he get one kind meaning the way they say nobody's supposed to associate with anybody where they bear the name. But my Biafra brothers can tell. And at the same time, Oshiomhole is also getting set, as we have been told. A lot's going on, though. Meanwhile, Fayemi was pretty much dramatical about his own declaration today. Okay. Now, Fayemi is the current governor of Ekiti. He is the one that you can call the worst. You can, just like I put at the last paragraph of the description of this broadcast. Yeah, said that the worst of our own people in Yoruba land, in Nigeria entirely, the worst of Nigeria are the ones leading Nigeria. And that is why characters like this, who can talk, they can talk. And they are like people who can talk without, they don't have any substance, nothing. And this is based on what they are right now. This is not even like something you want to project, like, okay, maybe that's what they will become or whatsoever, right? So today, Fayemi declared to be the president of Nigeria, one of the jingles, which I believe is this one.
The Nigeria of our dream is possible. A Nigeria that is responsive to the yearnings of our citizens.
A Nigeria that is the pride and joy of all. A Nigeria that will be great. There is a path to Nigeria's greatness. Together, let's work on Nigeria's unfinished greatness. Unveiling my Nigeria agenda.
Now, this is meant to be somebody from Thiefnubu's in-house think tank. You know what I mean now? But, well, eventually, he did declare his Nigeria agenda, or Agenda Nigeria, as it is now. Fine slogans, all these catchy slogans, and all of them are everywhere to bobo you. Don't fall for any of them, right? Listen to Fayemi here, one of those.
Coordinator of the Progressive Governors Forum and two-time chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum. I have been privileged to witness firsthand the underlying commitment and sense of solidarity which Nigerians from all parts of our country share about the promise of our fatherland. And it has been my singular honor to have been an active part at various times with other committed compatriots from various walks of life, laboring with determination towards rapid and sustained national progress. Dear compatriots, It is in the spirit of this abiding faith in our country and the promise of its unfinished greatness that I stand before you today in total humility and with all sense of responsibility to solemnly declare to all within our party and Nigerians at large my decision to accept my name to be put forward for consideration by the All Progressive Congress leadership and membership as our party's standard bearer in the upcoming contest for a successor to our leader, President Muhammadu Buhari. This is not a decision which I have taken lightly. Indeed, to arrive at this point, I carried out a long and deep self-introspection with the help of my wife, Bisi, and other family members, my friends, my political associates and professional colleagues. I have also traversed the length and breadth of our country to consult and explore with our esteemed elder statesmen and women, traditional rulers, a cross-section of party leaders, and rank-and-file members of our great party, and various non-partisan leaders of thought and opinion. I embarked on these outreach visits, neither with any prior assumptions about what they would yield, nor with any sense of personal entitlement. However, after a careful consideration of where we are as a nation, and the many perspectives which are emerging about the challenges, old and new, which we must tackle and transcend, I am convinced that my entry into the race will...
That's Fayemi. So you now have Fayemi, fake Pastor Ruga, to dazzle you with, with good speech and good speeches, right? And you can be like, oh no, oh, that's amazing. Yeah. He also had this to say. I think I can share that too with you. Here.
Of an empowered citizenry to engage with public affairs. Of an empowered citizenry to engage with public affairs, understanding that it is the repository of power. As part of this commitment, a holistic approach to decentralization will be embraced and institutionalized so that government and its services are brought closer to our people. Our program of decentralization will also feed into the goals of a stronger, more united and stable Nigeria. Outcomes which are not only good for our domestic prospects, but which will also benefit West Africa, the rest of the African continent, and the troubled international multilateral system. Dear friends and compatriots, I have, for this occasion, shared just a few snippets of what I hope will be the core of the Nigeria agenda under my watch. I embark on this journey with a determination to play my part to the end. I do so buoyed by your many good wishes, freely expressed, and your prayers fervently offered. Let me commend in this context other compatriots who have already thrown their hats in the presidential ring, and those who are still going to throw their hats in the ring for their courage and commitment. I want to commit before you and all Nigerians that I will, in the course of this campaign, adhere to the highest standards of decorum, decency, and respect.
You see the bobo on Mayegun's Diary Politico. we actually see these people as who they are. They're not the bobo people like us. And that is why when they talk and sweet talk about the fraudulent plans that they continue to spew out, yeah, people like us know that they are all lies. So why do you have to waste your time in believing them? First, you will listen to them. You will see what we have been seeing, that these guys are a bunch of, bunch of rogues and criminals, opportunists. Now, the same language that they put together for Bukwari in 2014, this guy, when they brought him to Chatham House in London, you remember? Now it is your turn now, to have all the cameras and start speaking all these funny things. We're out to Nigeria, how to blah, blah, blah. After consulting with my wife, his wife, the killer of her students in Ekiti First Lady, BC. That is BC, they call Erelu, they call it the wife. BC Fayemi. A killer of her students. But again, you will see students who are going to be championing this Fayemi for president. But I remember one thing. Every time the moment I heard that Fayemi is also coming out, this is a clip that came to my mind. I don't think I still have it. Maybe it's this. There's a clip that it was between him and Wiki. I wish I still have that. I'll possibly show that. Let me see if I hang on. No, it's not there. So there is this clip of him where Wike was mocking him that there is no road between Ondo and Ado Ekiti, and said, "No, leave that one." But I think he will be your president. And talking about his wife, the other thing that came to my mind when I remember his wife again is this clip. I think it was in Dubai when they were celebrating the birthday of Nigeria First Lady in Dubai. First Lady to Dubai, because that's where she lived. That's right. However, another person that is also that just popped up, another criminal, is Akpabiole. Godwin Akpabiole, the one that stole 108 billion naira, to be arrested by EFCC, and he quickly jumped ship to APC, Egbekegbe. So somebody put it there, TVC put this out some time ago, and it was how the money that he stole, how he mismanaged Akwa Ibom State Fund as a governor, and then he got away with it. Now he's also running to be president of Nigeria, just as we speak. But yeah, Jaga Bandit, their leader, visited Bukwari, probably to just consult again and say, "Oh, but where did they go? Where did they stop?" Because people like say this whole thing don't become set up now. And that is what will take me to where I'm actually coming to tonight. And it is for those of you who have been hearing the rumor, or you have been having conversation with those who have links with Thiefnubu and all their charade in Western Nigeria. I am going to partially confirm the rumor tonight because it's true. They won't play their last card. They don't talk, say, because they can sense it, that all this whole thing is just an effort to what? To just derail Asiwaju Awatole's presidential lifetime ambition. And if that should be the case, and they take the ticket from him, he's not given the ticket for any reason that eventually they play him out, this will be the time for them to support the agitation for Yoruba nation. No joke. But Thiefnubu himself is yet to say that. To him, he said, the more, the merrier.
The president has shown a great example of leadership. He's been very, very honest and forthright with Nigerians. Yes, he will continue to be challenged within this short period of time. But it's left for us, the followers, to help, to be ready, to persevere, and give hope to the populace. And yes, we can do it, and we will do it. It's all about service. It's nothing else. Think wisely, get committed to your thinking, and serve the nation, and bring progress and prosperity to the lives of Nigerians. It's good for the country, for so many of us to aspire to want to lead. We are not abandoning our nation. But there's only one chair and one possibility. We will do that. We are sure that we will remain united. You know our symbol is broom. You don't break it as you go. Nigeria required commitment and the uniform system and a stable country. And that is the only way we can be very proud of Nigeria. It is. And the president has shown a great example of leadership, gave us the freedom to say, when you want to run, you want to attempt, no, go ahead. He's a Democrat. And if you are running constitutional democracy, you don't hinder the desire, the wish of other people.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on.
So, I mean, it is called face saving. I told you yesterday, I said that if you are following the event this next 3 weeks, now fire for fire, just watch how statements will begin to change, how things will begin to change, until when you'll be like, oh, boy, don't be so, the broom be you for 3 weeks ago. Anyway, like I said, it's also considering what they call the safe landing and face saving. Face saving in the part that if the whole thing becomes so much like it was pretty much after to stop him and all of that, it will just use the excuse of being hold and ready to just support anybody to take his and save his face. But for those who said he is so desperate, very desperate, whatever it's going to take, they said that they are already in the plan B mode. Some said that plan B was to go to another party. That's not true anymore. Okay? He dare not jump to another political party as we speak. But what you can confirm from me tonight, Mayegun, is that sometimes 2 years ago, the likes of Thiefnubu and his camp, they saw through the growing movement for Yoruba nation. So what they did then was to what? Was to infiltrate so many groups in Yoruba land, agitating for either Yoruba nation, Oduduwa Republic, new constitution, this and whatever you are agitating for. 2 years ago, Thiefnubu's camp and his group and his guys, they infiltrated many of these groups. Their effort was to fund them and at the same time muzzle them into what they will want them to react as, at least at the appropriate time, according to their own wishes. Let me tell you this: the efforts even got to a team that is prominent
Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà. I don't know if many of you remember last year when a section of Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà had a press statement, a press release or press conference, and they said they have sacked Professor Banji Akintoye and those who are loyal to him because Professor Banji Akintoye is not supporting Asiwaju Thiefnubu, and Professor Akintoye is not really fighting for Yoruba. How many of you remember that? I'm just trying to remind you. So 2 years ago, they've done all of that. And that is why when you go on Facebook or you go on social media, YouTube, everywhere, you will see those who are championing Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation 2-3 years ago in their own little way. And 2 years ago, they became more vocal because Oloye Sunday Igboho and so many other young people then came out to push further the Yoruba First days. How many of you remember that? Many of them, towards the end of 2021, they started fighting those who are for Yoruba Nation, but they don't like Thiefnubu. How many of you remember that? The journey started 2 years ago. It is always their plan B. The plan B to tell the Yorubas, the groups and all of them, because they know them. For those who know how Thiefnubu actually operates, that makes people think that he controls the political levelers in Yoruba land. No, he doesn't. But there is a way he actually handles it well. Thiefnubu and his group, they are very, very good scouts. They are friends to leadership of just any organization. Call yourself Igede Association of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter. Thiefnubu will be your friend and he will look for your leaders. Call yourself Sokewe Diggers of Southern Nigeria, Lagos State Branch, or what do you call it? Or your state branch, Ogun State Branch. Thiefnubu and gang will look for your leaders. Because all they need is just to see who controls all these groups, whether in small groups or whether in a large group or NLC, and you know what I mean? All they need is the leaders of those groups to just get 3, 4, 5 people there, infiltrate them, give them money, give them direct number, and that's all they need. If they need to mobilize all of you at once or influence your general meeting, ESCO meetings, in your different, you will be asking, what do they need all of that for? You have no idea. The reason why they kept all the touts, all the thugs, and continue to empower them, it's not because they want to know all the touts. They just need to know who is the leader. Go and get me their names. Give them direct access to this, and that, and tell them that they are now they have now been initiated into the Thiefnubu's camp, and that's it. Will you be loyal? You'll be taken care of. So that is what they did with so many Yoruba Nation agitators, campaigners, writers, journalists, and the rest of them. So that is the plan B. And this is why, the reason why I have to share this with you tonight is this, right? Because it is going to happen systemically, subconsciously. You are going to get sucked in, and you will think the effort is because they have regretted all of the nonsense they have dragged us into in the last 23 years. No, they've regretted nothing. It is to further spur a bit of unrest in order for them to be called back to the negotiation table. Let me tell you this. The moment Thiefnubu is no longer close to getting their APC tickets, you will begin to see the Thiefnubu's media vuvuzelas that you call journalists. You know, he has he has what do you call it, the printing press. He has the he has the media in his pocket. He has TV, he has radio, he has papers out there. You will begin to see them writing articles that concerns the injustice in Yoruba land. that concerns the interest of the Yoruba people. And they will be associating those write-ups, those TV presentations. They will be ascribing those values, and somebody who actually represents that value to Thiefnubu. You as a Yoruba man, Yoruba woman, you are going to be sucked in and say, that's true. Hey, I'm so surprised that Thiefnubu's newspaper is writing this about Yoruba nation. Really? I'm so surprised that they are discussing Yoruba nation on Thiefnubu's TVC. You will think they are coming to support and promote Yoruba nation for real. No, it is their plan B, and I want to put you on alert. What we have been told right now is that they are about to suddenly activate these infiltrated groups calling for Yoruba nation. They are about to activate them in the next couple of weeks. As you get closer to their May 28th Congress and primaries, the more they realize that is going to be off and off and off from it, you are going to suddenly see the surge in the agitation for Yoruba nation and the support and the welcome for it. All of this is part of the plot to see if they will realize that if they don't give Thiefnubu their tickets, Yoruba will break away. The Yoruba nation that they are mocking, Oloye Sunday Igboho for, the Yoruba nation that they killed people for, the Yoruba nation that they killed people in Lagos for and arrested people for. Very soon you are going to start seeing them now saying, if they don't give Thiefnubu, then the agitators are right. They will say it's because they failed Yorubas. That is why the Yorubas are asking for Yoruba nation. That it is only Thiefnubu that can stop them. And if they are not careful, the issue of Abiola will be a small play. Don't let anybody drag you into it. Thiefnubu brought home insect-infested wood. He will sleep in that room himself. He will suffer it himself, and do not let anybody use you as plan B. This is not a push or just something like a propaganda. It is pretty much like almost near happening now. The group that sacked Alano of Yoruba land, Professor Banji Akintoye, the groups that are loyal to Thiefnubu, the famous among them is a group called YYF. I can't remember their full name, but I remember their progenitor. I remember their leader, Adeyinka Grandiot. Shebi, all of you know that Adeyinka Grandiot is also Yoruba Nation, Oduduwa Republic agitator. Sure, you remember now. And do you remember the leader of Adeyinka Grandiot Yoruba Nation? Who? Thiefnubu. Do you know the official political party of Adeyinka Grandiot Yoruba Nation? Official political party for Yoruba Nation in the Adeyinka Grandiot YYF Yoruba Nation. APC, Egbekegbe. Now, this is the context I've been trying to picture for you now. Normally, if Adeyinka Grandiot is not in jail now, Adeyinka Grandiot will be striking, or let me say, striking the ember of discord, so as for people to start pointing fingers to those who are trying to stop Thiefnubu from becoming president. But as the Alales, as they will have it, Adeyinka Grandiot won't be around for the 2023 charade, and it will not help Thiefnubu to perfect their plan B. They are the people who said the reason why Thiefnubu is not popular is because the Igbos are in Lagos and they are the ones that will never vote for Yoruba. They said because they don't love Yoruba people, and Thiefnubu is the leader of Yoruba. Sure, you remember all of these things, because I'm trying to remind you all of this so that you can understand that their plan B is not to go to another political party. It dare not. Their plan B is that by now they would have started something, campaigns that will make all of you believe that the fake Pastor Ruga that is contesting against Thiefnubu is not Thiefnubu's enemy. They would have started telling you right now that Fayemi, Amosun, and the rest of those Yorubas who are now going to slug it out to further weaken Thiefnubu, they are not enemies. But you see that Chukwuemeka that is trying to manage how he's going to convert the naira to dollar and pay for his container, that he's also going to have to bribe before he takes it to Ladipo. That Emeka is sitting down there calculating his loss, his gain, and one Adeyinka Grandiot and it's a gang all over the place. They are saying the reason why Thiefnubu is not loved, the reason why Yoruba land is this or that, is because Emeka, an Igbo man, is the reason why Thiefnubu is not loved. And then you will see those that they are ready to give money to start causing and wreaking havoc, burning properties, killing people, all in the name of enemies of Thiefnubu want to stop him. But as the Alales who have it, Olori Iwon Adeyinka Grandioti, the Mr. Chemical Weapon, that told you that Thiefnubu is their leader, the leader of Yoruba. If you don't like Thiefnubu, you are no more Yoruba. That was what Grandiot said. He has friends who they come here, come here and talk to me, and I said, listen, if some of them are smart enough, they will know that the Yoruba people are not that gullible. For real, we are not. We are just easy people to trust those who are ours. You get what I mean now? Me, Mayegu now. Ordinary Yoruba man and Yoruba woman, they will trust me because I'm a Yoruba man. Ordinarily, I'm not saying all of them. So, Adeyinka Grandiot and his gang, they brought something then, sponsored by Thiefnubu and co. And that was the ethnic, tribal, political, divisive politics that served no other person other than Thiefnubu. So they now got to a stage whereby even you as a Yoruba man or woman, if you come out and say Thiefnubu will never be your leader, Grandiot and his gang of rogues lose Canyon on social media, working for Thiefnubu and gang, waiting for 2023 to unleash mayhem. They will say, you are a bastard, you are not a real Yoruba, go and check your ancestry, go and check this and that. Maybe your papa na Igbo, maybe na your mama na Fulani, go and check it, you are not a real Yoruba. And this ideology was sponsored by divisive characters like Thiefnubu and gang. So now that the confusion they brought upon themselves is about to consume them, this is time for them to activate the silence revolution that they want to use to force the end. So don't buy it. Watch them very well. Once you see anybody shouting Yoruba nation, and you look around, you see Thiefnubu, their profile picture, APC, their party, you should know automatically that those are the ones who they are now going to activate in the name of a Yoruba people that will eventually probably bring about the chaos, which is the plan B. I'm saying that to you now. Keep it in mind. We'll expose them when we get to that part. Because we only have 3 weeks. 21 days to go. 21 days. If Thiefnubu no get the tickets, now they are coming to say Yoruba nation must stand. So it will be, because according to them right now, it is now obvious that in their 2023, if there is any election that is going to take place at all, the people from southern Nigeria, PDP, APC, may all of them go find and queue for vice president. Can you believe that? And because they know that, they are now trying to speak out little by little. They said some people feel like they can just have power and they can do whatever they like. That they can just take over power and do and they decide whatever they like. All this must stop. I say, you are still talking in hushed tones, Abi. All of una go still open your voice and open your mouth, and you speak louder. And guess what? When they speak louder, they are going to agree with us. Ìyẹn ni Yorùbá sọ pé iná ilé ni ọmọ ẹran wọn máa yá gbẹ̀yìn. Give me just about 10 minutes. I want to speak in Yoruba quickly. Because it be like, say, this point, this message must hit home even better. Meanwhile, Abby Williams, thank you very much for your super chat, I'll say. I'm actually trying to create a time. I'm going to say thank you to all of my premium members on Mayegun's Diary Politico. Many of them have been members now for over 19 months, pretty much like a 20 months. Imagine being a member, a paying member of Mayegun's Diary Politico for 1 year and 8 months, and yet you are still going. So one time I'm going to say thank you to all of you, and I'm going to read all your names, all of the members on the Mayegun's Diary Politico. So thank you for that. Abby Williams. Okay. So Yomi, gbogbo nǹkan tí mò ń sọ látẹ̀ nǹkan. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, ẹ̀yin ọmọlúwàbí. Ni wípé ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n rò wípé àwọn ọgbọ́n àgbọ́njù àwọn Tinubu àti gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ APC ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ọgbọ́n àgbọ́njù wọn ó ti wá jájọ wọn lójú báyìí. Àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe agbódegbà fún APC ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ ní ọdún 2014, 2015. Ṣé rí ní ọdún náà lọ́hùn, nígbà tí wọ́n ń kọ sílẹ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí ni àwọn máa ṣe nítorí pé Yorùbá a lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí ohun tó dára ju nǹkan tí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà